The best day in a girl's life is when they get married. I met Henry while I was working a late shift at the diner. I just got yelled at by a cranky trucker, and I was about to cry when the guy sitting alone at the next table grabbed my hand. "Ignore that creep," he said, gently squeezing his fingers between mine. "He's just pissed for the sake of being pissed." Our eyes met, and I felt that flutter in my chest. Love at first sight is real, and I felt it with Henry. I suppose I'm a little old-fashioned, being a woman who only thinks about falling in love, but that's just who I am. My mother was the same way, even though she never found another man after Daddy walked out the door. But if you think I'm stupid, I'm not. I just want to be loved, and that's not something anyone should be ashamed of. Henry was a salesman, and a good one too, but in his spare time, he loved to write poetry. I encouraged him to pursue that, even if it wasn't a masculine interest. I lived for the ones he'd write about me, how he loved my golden hair, my brown eyes. He never wrote anything sexual, though. I'm the kind of girl who waits for marriage, and he respected me for that. He realized he was meant for me after the third date. For the fourth one, he took me to meet his parents. His father gently teased me, his mother fawned over me. I was the daughter she never had. On the way out, I caught her whispering to Henry to not let her get away. I wasn't going anywhere, and neither was he. Henry proposed a little over 6 months ago, on our first-year anniversary. I was so excited that I burst into tears when I saw the ring gently sitting on the top of my cake slice. He'd taken me to my favorite restaurant and let me order my favorite dessert. I should have seen it coming when I saw the grin on the waitress's face. She had a ring on her left hand too, a small golden band, pure and simple. She knew the joy that comes with being married to your love. I know there's girls out there who want to have a big blowout wedding, but we didn't have that kind of money, and that was okay with me. It doesn't matter how much you spend on the wedding, and even who's there. All that matters is that you're finally with a man you care about. It was a small affair. Just Henry's family and a few of our mutual friends. The only family member I was close to was my mom, and she passed away shortly after I turned 18. I was alone, but then I had Henry, and that's all I needed. I did buy a new dress, though. A halter neck with a shimmer pattern over the top half. I wore a veil with a tiara and I felt beautiful. Henry's mother did my hair. She even offered to let me use her dress, but there was no way I could do that. Her dress, her marriage, her memories. There was no possible way I was taking her son and her dress away. I teared up during the ceremony, but that was okay. Henry was choking back his own tears, but he was smiling and beaming down at me. "You may kiss the bride." Didn't need to tell us twice. Henry was tall enough to sweep me off my feet and plant one right on my lips. I could hear Henry's mother weeping from where she sat in the front row. Her baby boy, finally married. I didn't take my eyes off of him for the whole reception. Several times, people chimed their glasses to get us to kiss, and we did, every time. I didn't even eat much, I was just too happy. The food was delicious, though. I didn't hear a single complaint from the guests. Our honeymoon was to take place at my cabin. It was the one thing Daddy left to me. Quiet, peaceful, no one to bother us. You can't even get much cell phone reception out there. That's how far you're out. It's perfect. I won't reveal much about our wedding night, only that it was satisfying for the both of us. Henry was so gentle, and he made me feel so loved. After it was over, we curled up together, and I set my head on his chest, hearing his heartbeat and his soft snores. I never felt more happy. When I woke up the next morning, I realized that my most wonderful day was officially over. With a heavy heart, I got up and headed to the kitchen to make breakfast. Eggs and bacon, his favorite. I have a special recipe for eggs, a special combination of seasonings to make them the most delectable one could ever have. Add in a dose of cyanide, and he never knew what hit him. Henry loves me with all his heart, with a heart that's now beating far too fast. The eyes that looked at me with love now fill with disorientation and confusion. Why is this happening to him? Why am I just sitting there, not touching my breakfast and just watching? At least he didn't vomit. Grant vomited, spewed all over me and the table. It was disgusting. Henry falls from the chair, seizing and his eyes rolling back. I remain still. I don't reach for my phone. I don't even try to call for help. Not until his body stills. Not until he goes lax. Then I get up and kiss him one more time, to thank him for all he did for me. But my happiest day is now over, and it'll never get better with him. Nothing Henry can do will make me happier than the moment he said I do. Now I can find someone else to have the best day of my life with.